now.
Am I logged in? How do I know if I'm logged in? BOE. I always have to go to your email to log into BOE Connect, and I don't know why.
It's okay if she talks because usually it's kind of dead in here, so
That's right, we love
it'll
it.
fill the space. We love it.
Hey, she can come up here. She can sit right.
Yeah,
That's fine.
that's okay.
Oh my gosh. You may have to send me if I can't find it.
Okay.
Let's try it.
The public one or the
The
board?
one to log in. I might have found it.
Okay, let me,
Yes, I found it.
okay, good.
Well, wait. How do you?
I'll send it to you right now.
Yeah, I'm struggling. Do you have to join the meeting, or you just go to the agenda report?
Usually log in, there's a couple of ways you can
I don't know which one.
go to meeting quick view is the right
Okay.
way to do it.
Okay.
Yep. Did you find what you need?
Yeah, I just like to have it up in front of me in addition
Oh,
to
yeah.
this,
Yeah, I
just to
do
be
too.
able to
I do too.
access everything quickly, I think. Oh, I did bring my drink. It's way over here. Man, I'm disorganized. It's like the longest 1 minute ever. Yes. Oh. Okay, I have 5:45. If everyone would stand for the moment of silence and the pledge. You face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Recorder, if you would call the roll.
Chair Laura Harrison,
Present.
Vice Chair Jeremy Burnett, Keith Acton, Michelle Childs, Deborah Thomas, and Superintendent Horrell.
Present?
We do have a quorum. Dr. Horrell, will you please lead us through our agenda?
I'd be happy to. The first item is after the chair's welcome, is the opportunity for public comment.
Would anyone from the public like to speak? Hearing none, next item.
All right, next item is the reports section. Our legislative liaison is not here, so I'll move on down to the superintendent's report. And I gave a update on the school system at our work session last week, but what I'd really like to report on is some outstanding individuals that are here among us in this very room that have brought positive recognition and incredible achievement to Lakeland School System. And we want to recognize these outstanding students and their coaches and director in one case. And what we'd like to do is I'm going to come down there and just say a few words about these folks, and then we are going to have some pictures, and we're going to take several versions of the pictures, okay? So everybody's going to be in the pictures by the end of it, okay? But we'll take several versions so we can share those. But if it's okay, without
Yes.
objection, I'm going to come on down here. Bring my camera. Use this microphone here. So, for starters, I want to recognize Kelsey Phillips, who, hey, you can come on up because I'm going to talk about you while you're up here. Who is here because she qualified for the state tournament in middle school track in the 200-meter dash. Stand here and turn around. It's a little awkward, but it's showbiz too. And we know from experience, this is not easy to do. It takes a lot of work over the course of the year. It takes a lot of practices. It probably takes, coaches are probably going to start nodding your head, probably takes a lot of work outside of practices, right? To make sure that you got the endurance and you got the speed and you got all the things that you need. My dad used to say, if I had speed and endurance, I'd be a great long-distance runner. But I don't have any of those things in our family. But you've got that speed for that 200-meter dash, and what really makes us proud is anytime a student wears those letters that say Lakeland Prep, Lakeland School System, you carry us with you with your accomplishments, and you represented us so well. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think you got 5th in the state. Is that right? Totally unbelievable. The top 5 middle school runners in the state. Yeah, please. In a 200-meter dash. So we congratulate you, and I'm going to hand this to you. We'll do the pictures in just a second. Because we also know that behind every great athlete, in addition to a supportive family, we also typically have coaches that are helping to make sure that that happens. So we also want to recognize Steve Doss and Alicia Hunter, who helped coach Ms. Phillips up for this accomplishment. Thank you. So what we'd like to do first is, we wind up doing this backwards. We'll shove this out of the way. I do mind moving. We're going to get the board up here, and Ms. Martin, if you'll come up first.
Man, I did not get the blue memo. I apologize. I mean, I should have known.
Good, all right. And then family, y'all want to come on up and get in a picture here? Coaches, families, come on up. We're going to get everybody. Yeah, you can, I know probably take as many as. Gotta get tight. Come on in, Coach Dawson. And he already puts the good looking filter on for me, so.
Okay, hold on. All right.
All right, Kelsey, thank you. Kelsey, our hope is to have you back here every year until you graduate, okay? So keep doing great things. We appreciate it. All right, and then next we have 2 outstanding Lakeland Prep musicians who were recognized in the All-State High School Band. This is a first for Lakeland School System. We have never had any high school musicians make the All-State Band so far, and we're just amazed and just so proud of these 2 individuals. Peter Aguilar, if you want to come on up. I know he's here. And then Adam Atkinson could not be here, but also made All-State. So Peter, I want to congratulate you. And tell me what instrument you play.
Percussion.
Percussion. Okay. So one of our first, we had 2 percussionists, is that right? Yep. And then we also want to get Micaiah Radcliffe up here, his band director. Don't embarrass him, but I probably will. He was so excited he came last week.
So excited I did not redeem.
He did not redeem him, but we're going to give you that. How much do you practice at home?
A lot.
A lot, I figured. Is that true?
Yes.
Yes. And I'll bet it's better now that he knows what he's doing than when he started, right?
Sometimes. What's your favorite of all the percussion instruments you play? What's your favorite?
Marimba.
Marimba?
Very good.
You gotta have some fast hands for that.
Well, it's amazing. We love seeing what you guys are doing, and it's amazing to get recognized at that level because, as you know from being up there, it's a very select group. If you think of all the band students in high school in particular in Tennessee to be selected as one of the very best is a huge accomplishment. Again, representing our school system and making us so proud of you and your fellow bandmates and all that you do. And Mr. Radcliffe, we're so grateful to you for the expertise and guidance that you bring. So we're going to do the same thing. If the board members and Ms. Martin want to come up first.
Thanks for wearing red tonight. It helps me.
Get close. All right, and Mom, you want to come up? Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, let's have another round of applause. Mr. Radcliffe, Mr. Radcliffe. Mr. Radcliffe. Okay. Well, we are going to carry on with our meeting, but my guess is we won't do anything else that's as interesting as all that. So you're welcome to leave. Please don't feel obligated to stay. I'm sure you got places to be. But again, we're so proud of you, and thanks for all you do.
Thanks for coming.
Thank y'all for being here. I'm going to give everybody a chance to clear out before I go.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the best part. Bye, y'all. See you soon. Bye. Bye. We'll see you soon.
Be back to school before you know it.
That's right.
Oh, don't say that. All right.
All right, Dr. Horrell, would you like to carry on with our agenda?
I will. The next item under the reports is the monthly financial summary. It is attached to the agenda. Are there any questions?
Any discussion on this item? Hearing none, next item.
Next item is the approval of the agenda.
I have 2 items I would like to add to the agenda. Is there any other items that, before I proceed with my 2 items, that anybody would like to add?
Madam Chair.
Okay, so I would like to add 2 items. One is the some additional stipend positions for the 24-25 budget. Y'all have the items there in front of you. I had asked Dr. Horrell to put these on pause while I got some more information from the schools when we originally did the 24-25 budget on what all these encompassed. And so then I actually should have asked him to put it on the agenda that last week, and that was my fault for not having Dr. Horrell have it put on the agenda last week. So I asked him to print this out and have y'all have it added to the agenda this week. Is there a motion to, I guess, what's the best way to do it? I guess I can add the item to the agenda without.
I think you add it without
Yes.
objection, and then they'll.
Is there any
approve.
objection to
No.
adding the additional stipend positions to the agenda as item number 2 on discussion action? Hearing none, consider that item added to the agenda. Did you get that one? Okay. And then another one is, last week we had a discussion on Dr. Horrell's review, his annual review. And so as a part of that, I would like to add to our agenda this week to authorize the executive committee to negotiate a potential contract extension or new contract for Dr. Horrell as appropriate to bring back to the board for the July meeting. So this is just approving the executive committee to enter into discussions. It's not actually approval of any contract. Is there any objection to adding that to the agenda?
No.
All right, we'll add that one as number 3. Is there any other items anybody would like to add to the agenda?
Would you just clarify what you want to call that agenda item, the second one?
Is it
An action on approval of executive
committee to,
to negotiate a
Yes.
contract with Dr. Horrell?
yes.
Or a contract extension?
I don't know,
Just say negotiated contract.
I think it's a contract.
Yeah.
Normally, it's.
Mainly, even when we extend, we just do a whole new contract,
Right.
even if that's the only change.
You good? Sure. Okay.
And then I would, I think, have a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
So before I do that, is there anything on the consent agenda anybody would like to remove from the consent agenda? Okay. All right, can I get a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
So moved.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second?
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. So the agenda is approved as amended. Next item.
Next item is the consent agenda. We have 13 items on the consent agenda.
Is there a motion to get this item on the floor?
So moved.
Mr. Acton had a motion. I'll make a second. Is there any objection to any item on the, staying on the consent agenda? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the consent agenda, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Next item.
Next item under our discussion action section is approval of ad hoc SSO feedback committee and appointment of board liaison.
Is there a motion to get this item on the floor?
So moved.
We have a motion. I'll make the second. We have a motion and a second. Dr. Hall, we discussed it last week. If you want to just give a very quick.
Yeah, just a review. This would be the creation of a new ad hoc committee that would allow me and our board liaison to get feedback from those that are leading our school support organizations under the structure that I've envisioned. It would be similar to our athletic advisory committee, and therefore I would serve as the chair. And it was mentioned at the work session that Ms. Harrison has volunteered to serve as the board liaison. So it would essentially authorize me to put that committee together to solicit feedback from our SSO leaders.
Is there any discussion on that?
Do you still wish to be a liaison?
Yes, I will do that.
Make a motion to move forward with this.
All right, so we have a motion and a second, right, Jessica?
To bring the item to the floor.
Okay.
Who's second? He's making a motion
Okay, then I'll second.
to nominate you.
Yes.
And you're going to second that motion.
Yes,
Okay.
just making sure I got the right, right Robert's rules. All right. are we-
Apologies if I went out of order.
No, you're
No, you're
fine.
fine.
I'm the one that forgets sometimes the motion and the second. So are we in order?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So all in favor of, is it appropriate to approve both at the same time, or do we have to do them separately?
I think that was a single motion is how I took it, to authorize the committee and authorize Ms. Harrison as the board liaison.
Okay, is that how we have it, as one motion?
We had a motion to bring it to the floor for discussion. I think now we have a motion.
To approve the committee and me to be the liaison. Is that appropriate?
That's how you want your motion.
That's how I want the motion.
Okay. I just want to make sure we're
Friendly
clear.
amendment to the motion, I think.
Friendly amendment, thank you.
To
Thank you, Dr. Roll.
approve the
Thank you.
committee and approve Ms. Harrison
As the liaison.
as the board liaison.
You made me sound correct.
And that was made by Mr. Acton and seconded by Ms. Harrison.
All right, so we're in order now, right? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Next item.
Next item is the new item, approval of additional stipends.
I'll make a motion to bring this item to the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second, Dr. Horl.
Yes, there's a number of stipends, as Ms. Harrison alluded, that were originally discussed very early in the budget approval process during our work as the executive committee on the budget. And Ms. Harrison has requested that these be now considered as additions to the budget. If these are approved, I'll point out that we may have to bring back a budget amendment for the actual financing of them at the July meeting, but wanted to get the approval of the board for these particular new stipend positions.
Any discussion on these items?
Yeah, just, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I will note, since these were not posted to the agenda because these were kind of late breaking, I'll note this contemplates 3 new high school assistant band director positions, 1 high school winter guard director position, 1 high school assistant winter guard director position, 1 high school assistant competitive cheer sponsor, 1 middle school assistant competitive cheer sponsor, 1 additional high school assistant football coach, and 1 high school middle school assistant swim coach sponsor.
I believe it's summarized of those positions on the second page. The full stipend schedule is the first page. The second page has the summary of the cost of all the positions being requested. Ms. Thomas, were you wanting to?
No, you answered my question. I was going to ask for the breakdown on the existing and the new, and that's on the next page.
Yes.
So I got it.
And the tier on the second page notes the top tier on the top year experience for each tier, is that correct? Is that just for budgeting purposes to be very conservative?
Correct.
Okay.
So it could actually, the expenses could actually come lower than that,
Correct.
depending on the years of experience.
Correct.
Any more discussion on this item?
Glad to have people performing these duties. Thank you.
So, and I thank the board's patience, because I certainly, and I think the school admin, I think that there was some detailed questions and detailed follow-up that was given about these, asking about these specific positions, and kind of what the roles would be and everything else. So thank you to the school system and the school for getting the additional information on how these kind of would work within our existing structure and how that would all work. So, but apologies to the board for not having it on last week's agenda, but hopefully that explains kind of how it is envisioned to, okay. So we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Next item.
Next item was discussion of next item was approval of negotiation of superintendent's contract.
Is there a motion to get this item on the floor?
So moved.
We have a motion. I'll make the second. Any discussion? I'll make discussion on it. I appreciate the work. I think I talked about it last week, and I think we all echoed this in regards to Dr. Horrell's review. I appreciate the work. I think he does a phenomenal job as the leader of our school system. And I would be honored and excited to negotiate the maximum contract that's allowed, which is 4 years, and continued his employment under this board in the direction and finish out our K through 12 system. That's my intentions, and I would be honored to be able to do that. So.
I was just thinking what a big year, the 10-year celebration, and we're inching ever closer to what was just kind of a dream. And we were talking about all the new hires we've made and how much bigger this school system gets, it seems, on the daily. And I'm just thankful to have your years of experience and your wisdom from all your different positions, and your reason and your calm, both of which are often called for. And so I'm glad Laura's going to take this role and help negotiate your contract.
Thank you.
I echo Chair Harrison and my colleague, Ms. Thomas's comments here, and just say you're an amazing leader. I'm so honored to work with you on a daily basis. Fortunately for you, it's not daily with me, but I'm glad that you're out there representing the school system, the city, and you have the students' interests at your best heart, and you just are the best interest in your heart. So really appreciate all you do, and look forward to getting this done as well. So thank you.
So we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Next item.
No further items on the agenda. Next item is announcements.
Does anybody have any announcements? I will say the campus is abuzz again. We have camps and practices and all kinds of stuff. It's the middle of the summer, but it's still a buzz at this time of year.
Soccer camp, lacrosse camp,
Yes.
theater camp going
Football
on.
camp.
We had
Football camp.
kindergarten camp last week, football.
Girls soccer
obviously.
practice. There's a lot. I mean, it's just, you would
Learning
think
camp.
it's summer. Yes, there's.
Learning camp?
Learning
Yes.
camps. The
So
cheerleaders
it's
just
really
got back.
exciting to even just be on the campus and feel the energy. 'Cause
Yep.
Now we've got the 11th grade class coming up too. So I'm just excited at the things that we're doing and the things just to be a part of it. So that's all I really have. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
We have a motion. I'll make the second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? We are adjourned.